Right. Time for more Highfleet. Last time we took out another strike fleet and we lost a lot of resources doing it, but that's two strike fleets down. There's not that many left to deal with. And the more we can deal with at range, the better things get for us. We are low on aircraft now. We have 16 T7s left. The plan is that when the longbow arrives and rest, we're going to strip the T7s off it, sell it for components, and buy the T7s back that are in rest and re-equip them. In fact, what we'll do while we're waiting for it to arrive is actually get those T7s back on the ships now. So we're missing T7s from the Victory. So there are for sale 4 T7s here. I can only afford 2 of them. We'll probably just wait then until the longbow is here to sell it, because they are quite expensive, the T7s. 2,500 each is a lot of money. I'm thinking about the fleet composition here. We have a lot of ships in this group here, but we actually only have Hitman here, and the Hitman 1 and Hitman 2 are the only combat-capable ships here. Our missile destroyer is really badly damaged. We've also got K9-1 needs to get to rest to be reloaded with its main gun. We've got 3... tankers here, and Prez is still alive. Then with the group over at Refidim, we've got 2 interceptors, we've got a missile carrier, we've still got Vita, and we've got Crimson. So we still have 2 of our AWACS. This is still a full combat group that's in pretty good state. They're just a bit low on morale, so they're just sitting here to gain morale at the moment. You gain morale much faster in a city than you do sitting at... Well, I don't think you gain morale at all sitting out in the desert. So Shek Fleet, I think we need to try and get K9-1 over to Resh. Now, it's going to need fuel to do that. This fleet doesn't have a lot of fuel at the moment, but we can probably afford to send it with at least 1 tanker. Yeah, we just need to wait for them to pull in more fuel before I can really put this plan together. Oh, I didn't actually mean to do that. Whoops. Play that order. Yeah, I didn't mean... I left-clicked instead of right-clicked. Okay, the fleet in Resht is currently dangerous. They are almost fully fueled, and once they are, they'll move out. We do have what's left of Assassin Group, and they're still strong enough to take garrisons. So once the silent strike alarm has passed, we will be sending them west to help out. We're going to send the fleet at Shek over to Masaev to try and find the Tarkan here. We'll send the fleet over to Golgabaz, and we'll get this fleet over to Zartana. We have actually engaged the strike fleet here. So previously, I was thinking that the enemy would be heading east. Because we've pinged the alarm over here, they're probably going to retask over to the west. So the other possibility is we get the Resh fleet to jump up to Haran and then refuel at Haran and head up to Yazid, kind of jumping across the desert here and staying out of this zone here. Golgabaz is turning out to be a very difficult place to get through because a lot of trade fleets seem to want to go to Golgabaz to refuel. So we could also pull the fleet to Resht. I'll see how things are looking when we finish refueling. Let's unpause the game for now and just let this move forward. This fleet has a long time to refuel as well. When this fleet gets to about 6, well, there you go. They've actually jumped up to morale 6 on our fighting ships, which is good to know. Our other ships are a little bit low, but these people are at a decent level of morale. What I'm actually going to do at this point is just jump them out of the city, so we're not building up any more. We're not building up any more dangerous potential on this, because I might want to put the fleet in Refidim. Oh, there's a cat in the room making some meowing noises you might hear in the background. Okay, Resh has just gone red dangerous, so we need to wait for... As soon as we got this fuel, we're getting out of the city. I think with what's going on right now, there's a problem here because this ship is an issue. I wonder if I just start heading for Refidim now. I don't know how long I'll be able to sit there for, because this fleet sat in Refidim for a while. But we can just get them enough fuel to get to Haran. Let's get them moving. I think it's a better shout. We'll get them moving here. We'll get this fleet here. And what we'll do is we'll come back and pick up the T7s. Actually, just grab the T7s now. Let's just grab... We'll take some money from the Prince. I like a loan. Yes, please lend me a hand. Very well, I'll get the money together. And we're going to grab... hang on, I need to order them back into the city. I'm going to grab the T7s before we leave, just because I'm not going to be coming back here to grab them. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the money that he just gave us. And let's go. We also got 20 Zeniths here. We should actually use those and get them on to repair the missile ship that was damaged. Right, let's get this fleet over to Refidim. Let's get the longbow. I think the longbow is actually joining the fleet, but we'll make sure it is actually joining the fleet. So they're taking off. That's great. There's a little bit of fuel left. I should have sold that fuel. We can come back and do that later. Let's get you to link up with them. This fleet here is refueling. I want to get, where is it? K9-1 and the missile ship, along with at least 1 fuel ship. They can't quite make it to Resht, but I can send them the back way to Tushan. I'll just get them moving over this way. So they're going to go via Tushan, then Haran, and up to Refidim to join them. They'll do that pretty quickly. It means we'll probably need to buy more fuel here with the Shek group. Let's see what the fuel situation is looking like for them. Oh, they've got tons of fuel. It's all good. Okay, cool. And the Refidim group. So we're just kind of waiting for Silent Strike. We're just doing some fleet repositioning in the meantime. But I think staying in rest any longer than we are, it's just not a good idea at this point. As soon as the Silent Strike alarm is down, we can move up to Haran. Haran has actually got no garrison. We just set off the alarm attacking Haran because I did it too earlier after. I'm actually going to fast forward a little bit here. You've got enough fuel to make it with a longbow. Yeah, they do. Cool. Let's keep going. Okay, they've made it to Tushan. Let's get them refueling. That's all I'm really worried about here. I want them to be able to get to Haran or Refidim. Can they get all the way to Refidim from here? Let's just do that. It's a lot of money, but that'll get them over to Refidim where they can join up with this fleet pretty quickly. This fleet's almost fully refueled. We'll get them in the desert once they've done that, because again, we don't want them sitting in a town, because we don't want to make that town to turn dangerous on us. This is a bad state. This will reset the alarm, and I don't want that to happen. We need to get back into stealth mode as soon as possible, because then we can continue our silent strikes and we continue to take ground and clear garrisons from behind us without too much worry. They've actually finished. I've just noticed the Shek fleet has finished refueling, so let's just get them to fly halfway out here just to get them out of the city. No, what do we do before that? We sell the fuel. Let's remember to do that. So if I go into supplies here and right click this, that sells the fuel, and then we will fly over to about here, and then we'll just sit in the desert for a bit. Landing on the supply line here is actually a bad idea, because if a trade fleet flies along this route, it will detect us on the ground, but I don't think there's any trade fleets moving between these two cities. I'm pretty certain that we're safe there. And we're just kind of abandoning the middle of the map here, which I'm pretty comfortable doing. Okay, the Tushan fleet almost has all of its fuel. We'll just get it to fly up to Haran next, and then it can leapfrog up to Refidim. And we'll put together a new strike group, possibly with K9, and we'll get the missile carrier back over to this fleet over here, because they need that missile support. Okay, what's just happened? Something has happened. No, okay, they've just hit no destination. That's fine. Okay, we've got full fuel here. Let's fly up to Refidim. I forgot that I'd given them enough fuel to do that. By the time they get there, Silent Strike alarm should be almost over. I'm just going to fast forward a little bit. This fleet here is landing. As soon as they're landed, we're going to get them to start refueling. And the other thing we're going to do, just enough fuel to get to Haran. The other thing we're going to do is we're now going to sell the longbow. We're going to take the, first of all, we're going to take the, there's a few things to take off this. We're going to take the T7s off. So I want you off, and I want you off. There's actually also A100s here in the superstructure, so we're going to remove those as well, because we can remount those to replace the bigger ones that we've taken. There's nothing else on here I want to keep. I'm not interested in the LA-29, so we're now going to sell this ship. We're going to sell it for 37,000, which is, thank you so much, Duchess Issy. You've just basically bankrolled the whole deployment. And then we're going to remount our T7s on this ship. That's not good. He is on fire. It looks like it's fixed it. Okay. Yeah, they're all on fire when I take them out of the garrison, which is a little bit concerning. And that's all the T7s I've got here. There's the LA-29s are here, obviously, because I just sold them. And then we're going to mount the how many missile tubes? Are all these missile tubes empty? All of these missile tubes are empty. So let's mount the A100s. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we may as well mount some A100Ns as well, just so we've got them. There's no point keeping them in our inventory when we can put them on the ship. I've got one A100N next. This is still the RS Victory. This is all still loaded with KH-15s, and this one hasn't got any. So we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 KH-15s left, and we now have 1, 2, 3, 4 A100s and 3 A100Ns at our disposal. And that's what we've set up. Let's see here. That's all good. Okay, that's going to take 5.9 hours to make those changes, which is fine. I can land those ships. I don't see a reason to right now. And they're on the way. Okay, we'll just wait for the Silent Strike alarm to finish at this point. Okay. These guys have arrived, so we've got more repairs to sort out. So when the ship works, we're going to start with K91. This is an easy repair. We're just adding that gun in. And then we're going to go for the missile carrier. This is a bigger repair. We might have to leave these guys behind for this. 10 hours is actually not bad at all. And that's him fully repaired as well. We still have a lot of money, which is great. If we actually look at buying some supplies here, we definitely we need more. Do we need more aircraft rockets? I've got 101. How many loads is that? What I quite like is if you check in your ship launch station here, I've got, it's only two loads of rockets. Okay, I thought I had a lot more than that. I must be looking at how many are in stock, not how many I have. Yeah, it's how many I have in stock. I have 29 in stock. So we'll take this up to about, say 60. We'll take it up to 100 rockets. No, 80 rockets. That's how much I'll spend. do we have? There's no 130mm prox fuse here. There are aircraft missiles here, but we have a lot of them. We're mostly looking for planes. Well, there's some T7s further back. The 130 laser guided. Doesn't look like I've marked them. There probably are some further back that I haven't marked. The silent strike alarm has cleared at this point. We are also dangerous here, but we need to wait 10 hours for repairs, which is a little bit concerning. Let's get this fleet up to Haran, just to check the city out. These guys have almost finished refueling. We're just waiting on repairs now. We could have a problem here. We may need to duck out before the repairs are finished. I'd prefer if we didn't, but we may have to. That 37,000 we got from selling the longbow has really helped us out a lot. Duchess issues really come in clutch there. I'm going to give it maybe another hour. So when the hour hand hits 7, that's when I'm going to look at hitting Masaev. I want to hold until then, just to make sure we don't trigger another alarm. That would be very bad for us if we triggered another alarm at this point. 9.1 hours left on our repairs. It's really interesting the way this game plays with these really kind of tense but calm periods where you're just moving them around the map, you're getting in position, and then it gets so anxiety-ridden and tense when you're actually engaged in a fight. It's actually crazy. It's really fun. I'm really enjoying playing Highfleet again, especially this campaign. It's very hard. Had a couple of people asking about releasing the mod pack. I'm planning on doing that. I just want to hold back on it until we've revealed a few more ships. We haven't hit any deadly garrisons yet. We haven't seen any Archangels or any Paladins, and I want to wait until they're actually on screen before we do that. There were some supplies that I wanted to pick up here. We also need to get enough fuel to get to Yazid. That's where the destination for the next destination for this group is. We've got Prox 31. I'm just going to buy all of this. We need to buy this whenever we see it. There is laser guided 130 here. It's very hard to use with my build, so I'm actually going to leave that here for now. And that's everything we want from them. 8.2 hours left on repairs. We're past the hour mark, so I'm actually going to wait a little bit longer. We've got plenty of time. Let's just wait another hour to make sure that there's definitely nobody in the air when we go and hit Masaev here. 7.9 hours left on repairs. I'm very worried about this going red dangerous on us before we finish repairs, but we'll just have to do what we can. Have we got 3? We haven't got 3 intel yet. As soon as we've got 3 intel, we'll check for another strike group as well. I'm surprised we haven't picked up any radio signals in the last wee while. Okay, that's another hour past. I'm just going to wait for the hour hand to truly get past the... Okay, let's launch at Masaev. We should be able to take this place by surprise. As long as we've got our radar off, which we do. And I'm just keeping an eye on the repairs over here. Well, let's actually, while we're here, if we zoom in on this fleet, is there any roads leading out into the desert? There are roads leading out into the desert. So this might be a good point to launch Vita and a tanker with a full fuel tank out into the desert just to see if we can locate a hidden city. So I'm going to get these guys here to go ground radar on repeat. I'm just going to see what we can find. There is a road. There's definitely a road heading off into the northeast, and that's exactly what we want to see. Okay, we've got an elint signal coming out of Masaev, which is to be expected. I just really hope we don't trigger another alarm. That would suck. Okay, we're just going to follow this road to the northeast. You can see it on the map here, this line here. It looks like it ends at this town, which is a disaster if it does. Oh, there's no other roads past this. There's definitely no hidden... This doesn't seem like there's a hidden city here. I know I checked this area here. I was hoping it might be further out. I'm just going to keep an eye on this. Okay, we've hit an aircraft carrier, but it's a slugger and a courageous. It's really not that scary. We'll do this with Hitman 2. Hitman 2 has more morale. Let's just try and take these out before they take off. Oh, I did not mean to use prox fuse. Let's just reload that. That was a shot I really shouldn't have taken. The Slugger's a bit of a difficult ship to deal with here. Oh, did I take a hit there? I thought I'd managed to avoid that. That was a good hit on the Slugger. Okay, just making sure we dealt with that incoming missile before I did any maneuver. Okay, that's the Slugger down. Now we just need to deal with the Courageous, which continue to be, the Valiants continue to be a nasty thorn on the side, because they're got guns enough that they're a problem, but they're weak enough that I, like, fire at them, they're out of the battle. If there's a lot of enemies, they'll just reinforce really quickly. That's a good level for Hitman 2. We'll take Royal Guard. That's great for building up the morale. And we've gone into Masaev. Now, radio room, fuel tanks, ammo, a Vimple, assemble the hull. I want the fuel tanks. That's probably the only thing we need to make sure we grab from here. So that's a pretty good start. How are you looking? Just nothing on radar at all. I'll just try flying a little bit over here, but I don't think we're going to find anything. It's looking very quiet. Oh, how if I unpause the game? Need to keep an eye on the dangerous down here. But I'm just watching the radar screen up here, but we're not picking up anything on the ground. I'm going to recall this mission. There's nothing out here. There's definitely no hidden city in this area of desert. It must be out here. Is there any sign of... There are roads heading north from here. We could try out here while we're refueling and rearming at Messiah. Did we get fuel there? It looks like we didn't manage to rescue the fuel. It looks like the ammo exploded and killed the fuel. Okay, 5.1 hours left on repairs at Refidim. Let's clear this reminder that there's T7s here. So we now have, and our fleet is now up to, looks like we've got, is that a 6 or an 8? Maybe 17 T7s? We should check and make sure that those T7s are actually getting repaired. They may be damaged. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we've got 17 T7s. It doesn't look like they're damaged at all. I just wanted to make sure of that. Because it doesn't look like they're taking them a long time to be ready to launch. But that does happen. Okay, we finished operations here. Is there a Tarkan in this city? That is the question. There is a Tarkan, and he has a very big ship. Alright. Let's check for supplies first. So we want to get enough fuel to get to Zartana. Is there any prox fuse here? No, there's not. And, oh, don't wreck your ship. Okay. I'm going to speak to this Tarkan in just a second, and we will get him or her on side. The Tarkan you sought is not on the ship, but the locals eagerly take you to him. You find the Tarkan in a packed tea house. He stands in the center of a circle formed by the crowd, sword in hand, dead body at his feet. Ah, it is our old friend Suja. He snaps to attention the moment he sees you, clearly recognizing the gilded epaulets of the Romani fleet on your shoulders. Peace be upon you, Grand Duke. I am Shuja Isani, Knight of Dustum. Did you kill this man? Why? He insulted me. He was armed. It was a fair fight. His opponent lies spread eagle in the dust. True to the man's word, he had a sword, but it is sheathed. A fair fight, you say? He never even had a chance to draw the sword. Shuja tilts his head slightly, as though sizing you up. That would have changed nothing. He just killed a man, yet he acts like he swatted a fly. A Tarkan like him could be a great asset. Or a great liability. My experience says the latter is more likely. I'm looking for allies to wage war in Kiev. Will you join us, Knight of Dustum? Order -2, because he's a little bit crazy. Okay, so this guy doesn't respect fear. He does kind of... he's actually got very varied likes. He's a very hard one to lay down. The only thing that we're kind of guaranteed with here is force and wealth. Everything else is a little bit of a crapshoot. We need to stay away from kindness, order, and fear, but we really want to focus on wealth and force. So, of the untold riches that await the victor in Garrett, I think is a riches play, so I'm going to pick that. Worldview, +1, loves wealth, we gain 1 for that. Okay. Of the Romani Empire and how aliens need to survive. Now, his opinion of the Romani Empire could be anything from ecstatic to doesn't really like it very much. So I think the safe bet here is to play the gold elephant, and that will get me 1 level of like with him. Because we'll get a good speech bonus. Oh, we did get the good speech bonus. Oof. Okay. His opinion on faith is very middling, and his opinion on the war, if this is a force play, we're good. If this is a Romani play, it's a bad. But I think this is force. This is force. Cool. Greatly loves force. That gets us to level 2. So... Again, he's very middling on faith, he's very middling on Geralt, and he's very middling on Romani. I think picking any of these could be a really bad shout for us. We are currently at 1 level with him. I have no presence left. I think I'm going to end the talks because that ship is worth it, even if we get nothing else from him. His special ability is spare ships, and you do want this as many... Like if I take him at level 1, I can never use his reinforcement ability, but the ship that he is giving me is probably worth it on its own. And I don't want to risk losing him by picking an option that might not go very well for me. So I'm going to end the talks. Well said, well said. This was a pleasant talk, Duke. So, what have you decided? Will you join us? I will join you gladly, Grand Duke. I want to meet other Tarkans. Do you know where to find them? There isn't any Tarkans around here, Duke. I've never heard of any. Okay, so we need to keep going north to get them. But we now have Suja, and we now have a Ngev, which is quite a boon. And 3,000 gold. Thank you very much. Okay, the Ngev. So this is one of our, obviously one of our replacement ships. This thing comes with 2 T7s. It's got an A100 built into it. We've got an MR12 fire control radar. It's got what, two Molots, two 37mm Sea-Wiz. It's got 4 Zeniths. It has multiple what they call it again, sprints. It's got 4 sprints. It's a very good support ship for an attack group. It's your backbone support ship. And in terms of a combat ship, it's not really what I'm looking for. It's pretty slow with a top speed of 140. It has a very good range, has a decent thrust to weight ratio, but because it's so far, it is so far away from our main fleet, it's going to take a very long time for it to fly over to them. I think this is an instant sell. What we are going to do is we are going to take the T7s off, and we're going to recover the A100 as well. We'll recover the Zeniths too, because that's more ammo. But everything else in here, we're just going to sell the ship. There's nothing else here that I want, so I'm going to sell this Ngev for 58,000. Thank you very much. Okay, we need to repair Hitman 1. It's apparently taking a little bit of damage. Nope. Yes, it has 0.2 hours worth of damage, in fact. And while we're refueling, which we need to, we've got the fuel coming in. We're going to get a little bit of extra fuel. And what we're going to do is we're going to send a fleet out into the desert. We're going to send Prez and Hitman 3 or 4. I'm just going to send them north a little bit. Just going to see what they can find. See if there's any sign of a hidden city out here. So get you on your ground radar. We can see there's a road. That road stretching there, that's a good look for us. What's going on over here, just so that I'm on top of things. So use 4.5 hours of repairs. You're returning to here. When we've got refueled here, we can make the jump over to Resid. And we've still got 2 intel here. Okay. So let's get you up in the air and see what you can find out for me. I just want to make sure that we're not letting this city go dangerous. Let's get them to fly to about here. Okay. So you can see here the road network ends here. It doesn't continue here either. Damn, there's just no sign of a hidden city in this desert. We've left the roads behind now. Where they are, there's no roads. We're just going to take them out into the desert a little bit. We'll just keep an eye on the radar. Oh, no, it's Resh. Okay, I thought Resh had gone dangerous there. It hasn't. I thought Refidim had gone dangerous. I need to keep an eye on Refidim. Out of the corner of my eye. But you can, just watching the radar screen here, we're not seeing any features on the ground. There's no sign of any roads here. And that's just telling me that there's no hidden city out here. I want to try to get a little bit north of Zartana, but we're going to move to Zartana next, so... Yeah, I'm calling it for this. We're pulling back. We're turning the radar off. Okay. We've got the Haran fleet. Doesn't have enough fuel to get to Yazid because of what I just did, so we'll just top them up a little bit. They get to... It's interesting. It said they can do that here, but they can't do it here. Oh, they haven't finished... No, they have finished refueling. We have 3.2 hours left. We've hit 3 intel, so let's call for a strike group. There's a strike group at Kumdag, and they are refueling it. They are just stationary here. They are not moving. Okay. That means the enemy are not pursuing us right now. They don't have orders to head south. They don't know where we are, so they're taking it easy. So we're just waiting for this refueling to complete. We're waiting for this repair to complete. We're sitting on 92,000 funds right now. So for everyone who said the campaign was over last video when we lost all those fighters, that was a pretty terrible tragedy. We did lose a lot of fighters, and I made a couple of mistakes with missiles, but I think we're back in action. I think we're doing fine. We are looking pretty nice right now, actually. So we're going to take Zartana, we're going to take Yazid, and we're going to keep moving north. That's just what we do. We keep moving north. Okay, refueling's done at both of these stations. So as soon as these guys have rejoined, we'll move up to Zartana. Oh, we're going to have to refuel. Actually, I'll just wait for them to rejoin because we may have enough fuel on them to make it. No, we need to refuel at this station here. So let's just get you enough fuel to get to Zartana. We could also jump across to Shaley, but I don't want to make that big a jump. They're already operating quite far away from the main fleet. You finish refueling. Get to Yazid, please. And what we'll do is we might actually just dispatch our 2 interceptors, which need to be renamed to Crimson 1 and Crimson 2, ahead of the rest of the fleet so that they take the morale hit, and the rest doesn't need to worry about morale as much. Repairs are finished here. No, we've got 1.6 hours of repairs. For some reason, the repair notification was up here, which made it hard to see. We can get rid of this, and we can get rid of this as we've picked them up. Unpause the game. And you guys almost have enough fuel, and we'll send you to Zartana next. And we're getting quite close to our next fleet. So there's a fleet HQ here at Imgur and Enlil. So we need to deal with the strike group on the way. There may be another strike group in this area as well. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure the strike group that we dealt with here was the one that we detected in Shaley that was heading southwest. But we'll find out. 1 hour of repairs left of the Refidim group. We're going to split them up when the repairs finish. In fact, we could actually launch the main fleet now. I'm just thinking about this. We could launch the Victory, the Warrior, and the Eminent Domain on their own up to Haran, and then the rest of the fleet could just refuel up. Let's take all the fuel. Let's get them to take all the fuel. That's leaving behind the Assassin group. This can just basically form a new group. Yeah. And the Missile Carrier. Okay, so we'll send these guys up here. This group here doesn't have any fuel, so we'll just get them to refuel enough to head back west. Let's get them enough fuel. We can get them enough fuel to head to Yazid, actually. How long is it going to take them to refuel, though? Let's get them... I know I've just split them off. I want them to go their own way, though. Can't send them to Resht is the problem. Let's just get them enough fuel to get to Yazid, and we'll take it from there. And let's rename that missile carrier before I forget. So this is now Assassin 3. It's been renamed. I do want to rename these. I just haven't been seeing that many suggestions for new names for the ships. I've got 1 or 2. I want to wait until we've got enough that I can make a little bit of a random rule out of it. So if you do have names for these ships, please do post them in the comments, and I'll add them into the list, and then we'll start naming them maybe from the next video onwards. They've almost finished repairing, which is great. Okay, no sign of any elint detection yet. Both of these fleets do have an AWACS with them, so that will keep us notified of that kind of thing. And I'm expecting the Yazid garrison to potentially be quite tough, because it's a lot further north. We've traveled quite far now. We have actually made quite a lot of distance. I'd say we're about a quarter or a fifth of the way to Kiva, so we still have a long way to go. Okay, we've got an elint pickup from Yazid. That's to be expected. We haven't picked up any elint from Zartana, but I think we killed the garrison from this a while ago. We just haven't actually claimed the town. Nope, there is an elint pickup at Zartana as well. Alright, let's see what we're dealing with. No detection here. Oh, did they get an alarm off? They got an alarm off, damn it. Oh, there's Tarantals here. Okay, this is a missile carrier group. There's a Paladin Mark II. Okay. Ooh, this is a big garrison. Okay. We're in a lot of danger. We are in a lot of danger here. Right, we need to send Crimson 3 in first. Then we're going to send in Crimson 1 with proc fuse and Crimson 2 with incendiary rounds. This is going to be really tough. Look at this Paladin Mark II. It has 5 D80 mullets. It's well armored. The Intrepid here has 400 millimeters. 4 AK-100s. We've got a Courageous. We've got the Tarantal here, which is a standard missile carrier. I think this is a Tarantal ARM. The Hound here has... So both of these ships, in fact, all of these ships, you can't actually see it very well, but they have quad AK-100s as well, and they're mounted using a trick that means that the fuel tank doesn't block their line of fire. So all of these ships, these two here, can both fire quad AK-100 in every direction with no blockage, and then the Eagle has 2 AK-100s that aren't blocked. 4 AK-100s on the Intrepid, 5 Mullets on the Paladin. And we're dealing with... This is what we have to fight this fight with. Remember how little fuel we have. We're probably going to lose Crimson 3 here. I'm probably going to have to sacrifice it launching missiles. So you have to just kind of flower your missiles out. We're going to try and kill the Paladin with this. That's it. We are Winchester. We did quite a lot of damage to the Paladin. I think it's dead. Yeah, the Paladin is dead. So the Paladin is dead. They did their job. Whoa, we can't avoid that. That's not fair. That was very unfair. We're just going to have to take the fuel damage. There's no way I could have avoided that when I spawned in there. Oh, the Paladin is also rallied, which is not ideal. We're very low on fuel. We're going to have to restart this. So taking basically all of them shooting me the second I spawned before I had any velocity really messed me up there. That was not fair. Okay, let's try again. Look at the Courageous shooting down my missiles. And he's taking them out with proc fuse as well. We're not doing as well this time. Okay, there's no AAMs on the battlefield right now. Big hit on the Paladin. Okay, we're now Winchester. I'm going to wait for them to fire, and then I'm going to bring us in. Because I'm not going to take a hit like that again. Okay, go. Also, the Paladin hasn't got proc fuse this time, which is a big help. Ever Ready is such a great ability. And proc fuse is such a great weapon. Okay. Ooh, that's why we run proc fuse. God, the Paladin is just wreaking havoc here. Damn it, we're on fire again. Try and take out this Tarantul. Remember, it's got quad AK-100s. Actually, that one doesn't have quad AK-100s. Oh, we're taking so much damage. Because the engines are overheating, I can't actually move right now. And that's a quad AK-100 barrage from that guy. Okay, let's try this one. I don't think there's this point continuing with this build. We're going to try this. So we're down to morale. We only have one more attempt, really. So this Tarantul does have quad AK-100s, does it? No, it's got two AK-100s, so it's the Hound that has the quad AK-100s. The Eagle and the Tarantul do not have quad AK-100s. So the Hound, the Intrepid, and the Paladin are primary targets in this battle. Let me make sure I've got the Paladin targeted here, because I fired a missile at the Courageous last time. I don't care if we lose the missile carrier. If it kills a Paladin, it's done its job. That's it, we're out of missiles. Okay. Let's keep our distance and try and get through this. Oops, that wasn't a good shot. Okay, that's the Tarantul down. Taking a lot of hits here. We're currently tumbling because we're on fire. Just managed to dodge that barrage. We needed this fire to go out. Still on fire. We've lost a gun, I think. Okay, we really need to find that hidden city so I can move on to my second plan for this campaign, because the starter ships are no longer valid. Which is what, you know, they had a shelf life. I knew they were going to die at some point. Okay, that's the Paladin down. Let's focus down the Hound. It's the next biggest threat. And then it's the Intrepid. I mean, everyone here is a threat, but I'm really worried about fuel. Especially when the fuel catches fire from one hit. That's my design, that's the problem. No. We lost a gun. Sugar, this is bad. I know. It's just a burning ember. Okay, we've got one more attempt. I want to try it. So everyone's on morale 1 now. We can't afford to lose this fight. Just trying to take it out. If I can take it out without needing to take it out with the other ships. It's just crazy how much armor this thing has. Okay, we killed it. I'm pretty sure we killed it. Yes, we killed the Paladin. Okay, let's get the missile carrier out of here. He has no missiles left. Where's the retreat? Down here. Oops. Oh well, that's into him. Just crashed into him. So, targets here. We don't care about the Valiant. We care about this Tarantul. It is terrifying. No, it's the Intrepid. That is the Intrepid. Okay, let's take the Intrepid out. Oh, I flew right into that barrage. That was not good. Let's do what we can. Oh, so we can get under that barrage. That's one way to deal with that alarm. I can't... I've like lost all lateral movement there. Alright, we're not going to win this fight. Let's just do as much damage as we can to this garrison. We do so much better from range. I'm stuck on the top there, so I couldn't actually dodge very well. It's just too much firepower for me to dodge. Come on, pull up. Down to 33% fuel. That's it. Ship's down. Can we retreat? Let's go, Vita. Okay, where do you need to retreat to? This is our tanker, down to the bottom. See, these things are fast. Let's not to overheat the engine if we don't need to. One. Top corner. See if we get the see if we get the rest of the fleet out of here if nothing else. Ooh, I overshot and we're overheated. The rest of that. That aircraft's actually causing me some problems. Get out of here. Okay. That's a defeat, but we took out quite a lot of the garrison. We've just lost all of our fighting ships. Okay, we want to retreat. And we have a riot danger, but luckily this ship here will stop the riot from happening. Unfortunately, we don't have the fuel to get out of here. If I take Vita and Crimson, fully fuel them, that's as far as I can get. Well, what we'll do then is we'll just run the fleet into the desert as far as we can. So we'll just order them this way. Can you guys get to them when you've refueled? Probably not. We really need to find this hidden city. I need to get my redesigns in place. We basically need to rest and redesign. Let's resolve this combat before anything else happens. Yeah, I know. This looks like it's going to be another hard fight. We might actually have a surprise attack here. Sarma, Courageous, Navran. Okay, we'll send Hitman 2 in. They've got more morale. I think this is actually a surprise attack. We're far enough away that the radio message hasn't actually alerted the enemy that we're here. I don't actually care about the Navran. That Sarma is the problem. Last time we fought one of these, we killed it in seconds. Look at the firepower. That Courageous also has prox fuse. We need to be careful about that. I'm actually trying to take it out first. Although it's got such a good profile, it's so hard to hit when it's kind of facing you. Don't shoot that at me. Okay, it's down. The Navran just blew itself up. So now we need to deal with the Sarma. It just blew up its own missile for me, which is very nice of it. So I'm pretty sure that escape pod just knocked part of my ship off. Okay, that's better. You can see why I had to put molots on these ships and not AK-100s. Okay, he's taking a lot of damage, but he's still in the fight. God, how many Zeniths does this thing have? Oh, I threw that down. Okay, it's okay. See, flares are all you need. One flare launcher is all you need. Okay, we're gonna have to retreat. We're down to 30% fuel, so we're gonna switch to our other fighter. There we go. That wasn't a great opening barrage. Oh no, what was that? Let's try and get above him. He's dropping though. Now we can hit him from up here. God, this thing's an absolute rock. Okay, we got the kill. Well, at least we got one victory here. That's something. Okay. Get Veteran Gunner for faster loading. I'll get vegetable engineering for faster repairs. Okay. There's a Molot here for 4 grand. Money's not that big of an issue right now. Let's grab fuel tanks and then try and search cabins, I think. It's just that we're not getting a lot of survivors to deal with, which is quite fascinating, actually. Now, this is a problem. This is a really big problem. They're not being pursued at the moment. We may be able to recover them with this fleet, but it's going to take a little bit of time to get that into the action. We could launch a cap to try and just wave them off. Like I could just launch 1 T7 up here, basically to intercept and cover these guys, just so that if they do pursue, we can shoot them down. In fact, what I probably also want to do is launch a T7 with an AAM as well, and have those to protect them. We've got rescue going on over here. They're now out of fuel and are on the ground. And they're getting hardy in. We've found a gilded dagger. I didn't realize we're checking the crew cabins. Let's just assemble the hull. Okay, they tried to chase us, but they ran out of fuel. They ran out of fuel just before they got to us, which is very lucky. But here comes the aircraft, and we have no way of shooting the aircraft down. And we're landed on the ground. How many aircraft? 4 aircraft. So this is probably the end of this fleet. Yeah, but I thought for a second they'd be fly over. We're going to try and get Galaxy off the ground. Oh, they're coming in for Vita. Okay, a lot of that missed. Come on, Vita, take off.
Turbines operational.
Take off. We lost the elint scan sensor. They're waving off. Okay, we survived that barrage. We still got our radar. I think we may as well just turn the radar on, so we can work out what's going on here, because they know where we are. No, not on this group. Turn this off. It's this group. Okay. So radar's on here. Okay, we've got our cap now. This group here have refueled. They have enough fuel. I think I need to commit them, kill this group, and get out of there. That's what we're going to try and do. Wait, they haven't got enough fuel. They haven't got enough fuel to make it to Yazid and pick up the group. Can they carry any more fuel? No, not really. They're going to have to get to Haran then. Okay, let's sell the fuel they've got. Wait, did I sell? No, okay. I thought I sold all their fuel there. Get you to Haran. There's going to be quite a big rescue operation to try and bring these guys back. All right. I don't want you to search the radio room, so just get crew protection. So what's going to happen is these fighters are just kind of... Wait, are you landing? No, they're just like flying in support. And what we're going to do is we're going to launch another T7. We're just going to have like a bunch of T7s in the air with AAMs, and just run an air patrol to guard these units. Every time one of them heads back, I'll launch another one out. And we'll try and keep these assets alive.
Attention, new target on the radar.
Oh, now missiles are an issue. Now the problem is I can't tell which of these planes has the AAM, but we'll just send both in and see which one gets there.
Attention, visual contact.
Okay, they went in together. Okay, that was an AAM hit. We didn't get the kill. So that missile's gonna hit. It missed, I think. I think it missed. Let's launch another T7 with an AAM. Nope, that is a rocket. You know, it is an AAM. Cool. At least we've got a lot of AAMs at the moment. This is what they're for. Okay, you guys need to refuel as well. Are you not on the ground yet? No, they're not on the ground yet. They're on landing. Okay. Supplies. You need enough fuel to get to Yazid. I don't really need you to get that much more. Nothing else to pick up here. How are we doing for cash? 83,000. That's something. Let's land in Zartana and find out what's going on here. Oh, thank goodness. We finally got the caravan event. We've been needing this to fire. Let's find a hidden city. A dozen colourful tents dot the sand along the edge of the city, surrounded by vehicles and scurrying servants, all with signs of visiting caravan. You decide to pay them a visit and ask about current events. The caravan leader invites you into his tent and shares his deepest concerns with you. Grand Noyon, the stars that guide us are disappearing. You hear emotion to his voice as he continues. I refused to believe it at first, but the star of the east, Al-Jamari, has not been seen in the sky for a month. The charts I bought in Mashed are useless now that Al-Jamari is no more. These are the end times, Grand Oyen. These are the end time. The Elint shakes his head in sorrow. Ask the caravan driver about hidden cities. Hidden in a tent and away from prying eyes, the leader of the caravan discreetly tells you of a hidden city to the northwest of here. Okay. Shipworks. We need to get some repairs on Hitman 2. Let's also make sure it is named Hitman 2. And we'll make sure this is named Hitman 1. Okay. And then supplies. We're going to need some fuel. We'll get enough to get to a Asan, I think. Any prox fuse here? Nope, no prox fuse. Okay. Right, this fleet over here is doing fine. Over here was an absolute cluster disaster. Let's see if we can pull these guys out of the fire. Okay, they're back on patrol. So every time a T7 leaves, I'm going to pull a T7 back, basically. God, those fighters cut it close. Okay, they've landed. So now we want to fully fuel up. We want to fully fuel up. We basically just need to get... I don't think if we've got the fuel, but we need assassin here. We can take the missile carrier. We can take these 2 assassins. If I fully fuel them, they have enough fuel to pick these guys up, and I think they'll have enough fuel to make it to Yazid. The question is, I don't know if they definitely will have enough fuel to make it to Yazid. Even if they don't, I should be able to get something to Yazid and finish cleaning the garrison out, then we can land there and refuel. The other option is we lift off the main fleet, and I want to try and pick them up. Let's make sure these guys have enough fuel to make it to Yazid now that I've picked up that fuel. What's going on here? So why are you... You should be here. Okay, you're falling back. So I need to launch another T7. T7 with AAM. Come to this group. Oh, also, this group here. I think you're flying to the wrong target. You need to link up with these guys. Yeah. Okay. So now we're doing recovery operations. This is going to be an aggressive recovery operation with an assault at the end of it. We've also got the riot problem.
Attention, new target on the radar.
Okay, what have we got? Coming in from the northwest. Aircraft. And they keep trying to bring the aircraft carrier here, but it can't quite make it.
Attention, visual contact.
Okay, they've got AAMs, we've got AAMs. This is going to be a straight... they're going to kill each other. Whoa, the AAMs hit each other there, and it weirded itself out, and our guy survived. Okay, the aircraft carrier group is still coming. I wasn't planning on that happening. It's still coming. We still have no weapons here. And we're definitely not in A100 range, are we? No, we're not in A100 range. A KH-15 is not going to make it in time either. So we're maybe just about to lose these guys. There's nothing I can do. I can't get a T7 here in time either. They've just re-raised the alarm. Wait, where... What is going on here? I don't understand what's happening. Oh, they turned back. Okay, there's just a random plane here with no weapons. That was weird.
Attention, visual contact.
And that's the fleet gone. Yeah, they wiped them out. Okay, let's turn back. Damn, that's pretty sad. Wait, why are you taking off? I didn't order you to do that. Get back here and refuel. Oh, that's really not good. Well, that's the end of Assassin Fleet. They are gone. Wiped off the face of the world. We just got chased down by the garrison and taken out. I was not expecting to hit a garrison like that. That garrison was nuts. That garrison was really tough. I told you that the garrisons were going to get tougher. That was an insane tough garrison. Zartana fleet here are low on morale. They've done the repairs. I would like to get Hitman 1 up on morale. Obviously, we need to wait out the silent strike alarm. I don't think we need to worry about them crossing the desert. And I don't think we need to worry about any aircraft. I mean, we can actually get a T-7 that distance. It can fly that far. But I think because they've taken that group out, they're not going to pursue. That's my hope anyway. We'll see if that's true. We maybe need to put the radar on here, just to see if they're coming for us. Get a little bit of early warning. Well, low morale is a right way to say it. Things were looking really good until we hit Yazid, and then Yazid just kicked us in the teeth. So, the one thing we do know that is there's a hidden city far northwest of Zartana. Now, I did try and look for hidden city out of Zartana. No, I haven't. We just landed at Zartana, didn't we? What are we looking like on ground radar? There is a road that heads up to the northeast there. Let's just have a quick look. We'll head northeast up towards Shaley and see if we can see anything.
Come back in one piece.
They're refueling over here, which is fine. So again, we're just watching the... Hang on, make sure they're on ground radar. We're just watching the radar screen. There is a road that heads up there. This road here. You can just see it come off the top. So that is quite promising. Yeah, there's a road here. There's a very promising road here. This road here is very promising. This is what we want to see. This road just heading off into the desert is exactly what we want to see. This could be such a good thing to find right now. This is it. We found a hidden city. This road is a hidden city road. I don't really want to pick this up right now. Nope, too far. Oh, hang on. These guys need a destination. Keep going this way. So let's say Alice here wants to meet with me already? That's pretty early. Okay. So Elsa here wants to meet with me. That's a pretty early time for that event to trigger. Okay, we've got some towns coming up. The road continues northeast, though. Any of these could be the hidden city. So we just need to overfly them. The hidden city's pretty big usually, though, and it's usually in the nexus. We just have to find the right road. We'll keep heading northeast. So head over this way. There's a road. Oh, there's a hidden city there. I'm pretty sure that's it. This big collection. Come on. Yes, we found a hidden city. Oh my goodness. The campaign is saved. We found a city of hidden people. In the middle of the desert, salvation was found. Thank goodness for the caravan event. Well done, Prez. The Hidden People. The city of the Hidden People welcomes your squadron with great excitement. Its entire population pours out onto the street to meet you. The children run to and fro with shouts of glee. The men offer you their solemn greetings, and the women rush to you with flowers. Fleet morale +2, which we needed that. 4 KH-15Ps, 4,000 gold. The gathering doesn't even know the city exists, and 8 zeniths, wow. And none of the people will give us away, Pyotr Ivanich says. We're safe here. We can stay as long as we need to. This place doesn't look half bad. What do you say, Duke? Pyotr looks around the valley. Should we perhaps stay here and find a colony of our own? Half joking, Pyotr grins. You can't remember the last time you saw him in such high spirits. Oh, I can imagine it, Dow joins in the conversation. You'd make a fine farmer general. Why not? Pyotr Ivanovich answers, unexpectedly seriously. I'm an old man, Sharif. Living out my autumn years in peace and quiet doesn't sound bad at all. Okay, we made it. There's not a ton of modules for sale here. Supply-wise, we've got AAMs, we've got Prox Fuse 130. Okay, so then now we need to get the whole fleet over here. So we need to get this fleet from here over to the City of the Hand people. Let's get the Zartana fleet over here, and let's start working out how we're going to move these people over. But I think that is a fantastic point to end this video, so I can make plans for next time. Ups and downs is the key word for this campaign. What a roller coaster it's been so far. I just want to say thank you everyone for watching. I hope you're having a really great festive period and a new year. I'm looking forward to seeing you all in the new year. And thank you so much for all of your comments, which I do read. I'm trying so hard to get caught up with them, but I'm so far behind. And I'm sorry I haven't replied to your comments. I do read them all. Thank you for the subs and the channel members especially. I want to just do a special shout out for everyone on my Discord, especially all my moderators who do so much great work for me. Thank you so much for all the time you commit to everything. I wish I had better ways to repay you than I do at the moment, but I'm trying to find some way of doing it. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing well, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now.